Welcome back to our channel. Have you ever felt like figuring out how girls flirt is like stepping into a beautiful mystery where every glance, smile, and playful comment hides a deeper meaning? It's like learning the secret whispers of a romantic language full of sparks and subtle hints where even the smallest details could reveal her true feelings for you. It's thrilling, it's enchanting, and yes, it can leave you wondering if you're reading the signals right, but don't worry. You're not alone in this exciting puzzle today. We're uncovering the 17 signature signs that a girl might be flirting with you, showing not just interest, but perhaps even a little more from sweet, just because compliments that warm your heart to those casual, lingering touches you can't stop thinking about. We're decoding it all. Think of this as your roadmap to understanding her signals, a guide into the art of connection that will leave you feeling not just confident, but ready to truly see the moments that matter. Are you ready to turn? Is she flirting until I know she is? Then grab your popcorn or maybe your heart, because this is going to be unforgettable. Let's jump in. 17 shared secrets, shared secrets. Imagine this. She leans and closes her voice, soft and just for you. Whether it's a light-hearted joke, a playful tea, or a heartfelt confession, it feels exclusive, like you've been invited into a private world that's just the two of you. When a girl shares a secret, something no one else is meant to hear, it speaks volumes. She's not just talking, she's trusting you with a piece of herself that she doesn't show to everyone else. These moments are more than fleeting whispers. They're building blocks of connection they create. An invisible thread weaving between the two of you. One that says, I feel comfortable around you. That openness is powerful. It's her way of saying you're someone I want to be close, to pay attention to those shared secrets, those private laughs and meaningful exchanges. They may seem small on the surface, but they're her way of pulling you closer, of saying without words, you're special to me. And as these moments add up, they form a kind of intimacy that's deniable. A signal that she's letting her guard down, flirting in a way that's equal parts tender and thrilling. When you catch these subtle yet magical moments, you'll realize she's not just talking, she's leaving a piece of her world in your hands, and that is one of the most profound ways she could be showing her feelings. 16 gentle touches. Here's a little secret about the world of flirting. Those accidental brushes against your arm or quick, fleeting touches, they're anything but accidental. When she finds a moment to reach out even in the smallest way, it's her silent yet powerful way of saying, I feel a connection. It's subtle, playful, and speaks volumes without a single word being said. Picture this. You're talking, laughing, lost in the moment, and suddenly her hand grazes yours. Where she lightly taps your shoulder during a joke, it might seem casual, but these gentle touches are deliberate. They're her way of creating a spark, feeling the energy between you and showing there's something special blossoming. Think of it as her playful and romantic game way of drawing you closer without making it too obvious. When she leans in just a little closer for that laugh, or lets her hand linger longer than it has to, she's letting her actions speak for her feelings. These moments may feel light as air, but carry a gravity that's impossible to miss. That brush, that touch, it's her vibe saying, hey, I like having you in my space. If you notice these small yet intentional gestures, don't ignore them. They're her way of inviting you into her bubble, of letting you know in the sweetest, most endearing way, I'm into this. Sometimes the loudest flirting happens in the softest of touches. Can you feel it? 15. The look. Here's a moment that can send your heart racing. She's looking at you, and not just an ordinary look, your mid-sea conversation. And suddenly you catch her eyes lingering on you a little longer than usual. It's not your imagination, it's something real, something electric. When a girl is into you, her gaze becomes her secret signal, one that speaks louder than words. It's in the way her eyes meet yours across the room, or how they hold just a second longer during a shared laugh. Sometimes there's a playful sparkle in her eye, like she's daring you to figure out what's going on in her mind. Other times her gaze softens, offering a glimpse of something tender, almost vulnerable. This isn't just casual eye contact, it's her way of saying, I see you and I want you to see me. 2. Pay attention to these moments, those subtle yet intentional glances she throws in your direction. Maybe there's a tiny smile playing on her lips, or she looks away quickly, only to look back again moments later. That's her flirting, her way of inviting you into her world without speaking a word when you catch her looking at you like that. Know this, it's not just a glance, it's an invitation. She's letting you in on her little secret, saying, hey, you've got my attention. And if you're paying attention, you'll realize just how powerful the look can be. It's magic, plain and simple. Extended talks. 14. Extended talks. Ever notice how she starts conversations that could have been solved with a quick Google search, but instead she's asking, you don't be fooled. This isn't about her not knowing how to find the answer. No, this is her way of keeping the conversation alive, creating more space for moments between the two of you. When a girl likes you, she'll find excuses to talk sometimes, under the clever guise of needing help or advice. Maybe it's, what do you think of this text, or a casual question about something random. But what she's really saying is, I want more time with you. These extended interactions aren't just chats. They're her way of weaving you into her day, piecing together moments to make you a part of her world. And have you noticed how she doesn't rush these talks? Her replies come with a thoughtfulness, a curiosity to keep hearing what you have to say. It's like she's savoring every word, stretching the moments just a little further, leaving space for laughter, connection, and those sweet little pauses that say so much without speaking. These lingering conversations are her gentle flirtation, a way of showing she values the time she spends with you when she's finding reasons to reach out or drawing out the chat she's letting. You know, you're not just any part of her day, you're the highlight watch for those extended talks there. Her playful, heartfelt way of saying, I just don't want this to end. That's when you know there's something real there. 13. Dress to impress. Here's a sign that's impossible to miss. She suddenly looks like she steps straight out of a fashion magazine every time you see her, from perfectly styled hair to just the right outfit that turns heads. She's not simply dressing up for the fun of it. This is her subtle yet striking way of catching your attention, of saying without words, I want you to notice me, think about it. She's put thought into the way her perfume drifts softly in your direction, how her shoes match her outfit perfectly, or how her makeup enhances that natural glow. You can't help but admire these little details. Aren't just random. They're all part of a carefully curated Notice Me ensemble designed with you in mind. When a girl likes someone, she'll go the extra mile to shine a little brighter, look a little bolder, and feel a little more confident. She's sending a message loud and clear through her polished appearance, saying, I want to be someone special in your eyes. It's not just about looking good. It's about looking good for you. The next time you see her looking effortlessly radiant, take a moment to truly appreciate the effort. There's a flirtatious sweetness in the way she's presenting her best self every time you're around her. Jealousy games, carefully chosen outfit, and that extra sparkle in her eye. They're her way of saying, you're worth it. And trust me, that's a sign you don't want to overlook. 12. Jealousy games. The subtle art of playful mischief. Jealousy games. Have you noticed her talking to someone else, laughing a little louder or glancing your way as if to say, are you watching me? If you've caught her doing this, here's the inside scoop. She's testing the waters. It's not about being sneaky. It's about seeing how much attention you're willing to pay. This is her way of stirring the pot just a little, adding a touch of intrigue to your connection. By playfully engaging with someone else, she's creating a small spark of competition, all while keeping you in her line of sight. It's almost like saying, hey, I'm here. Don't you dare miss this. There's a boldness to this move, but there's also a vulnerability. She's gauging your reaction, wondering if you'll crack a smile, get a little protective, or make the move she's been hoping for. It's a delicate dance, one where her glances in your direction carry layers of meaning. Those little looks aren't random. They're her way of whispering, I want to see what I mean to you. You sure it's a bit of a risk, but in the thrilling game of attraction, sometimes risks are worth taking when you catch her in the ACT. Know this, she's fishing for your attention, craving a sign that you care. And if you're paying close attention, you'll realize this playful gesture is her way of saying, I hope you notice, because you're the one I'm really thinking about. 11 flirty gestures. Sometimes attraction speaks without words, and her flirty gestures are a prime example of that picture. This your midsea conversation, and she tosses her hair slightly, almost as if she's letting it dance in the air. Or maybe she tilts her head just enough to expose her neck while laughing. These aren't random motions. They're signals subtle, yet powerful, that scream, hey, I want you to notice me. The hair flip. Oh, that's a classic. It's like her way of drawing a spotlight over to herself, making sure your eyes are on her. There's movement grace and a little bit of mystery in the gesture, designed to capture your attention effortlessly. It's as if she's saying, don't look away. You just might miss something enchanting. And that casual neck exposure. It's her way of adding an elegant allure to the conversation. Exposing the neck has long been a symbol of openness and attraction, almost instinctual, like a peacock, fanning its colorful feathers, where whether she's adjusting her hair or laughing freely, this move says, I feel comfortable around you, and I want you to feel drawn to me. These flirty little gestures are anything but accidental. They're like her version of sending a sweet, unspoken invitation, a way of showing interest without saying a word. The next time you catch a hair flip or that graceful tilt of her head, remember this is her way of voicing something deeper softly. Whispering, I want your attention, and I hope you feel the same. 10 cheerful praise. Have you noticed her showering you with compliments lately? A casual, wow, you're amazing at this, or a heartfelt, I love the way you think. Here's the thing, it's not just friendly small talk. This is her way of turning the spotlight on you, making sure you know just how much she admires you. It's subtle, yet oh-ho sweet. When a girl likes someone, she'll often highlight what makes them special. Maybe she's praising your skills, your wit, or the way you always handle situations with ease. Those little words of affirmation carry a world of meaning. They're her way of saying, I see you, and I really, really like what I see. It's like she's wrapping you in a warm glow of admiration, making you feel like the star of her show. And it's not just about the words, it's about the way she says them. Her eyes light up, her tone softens, and there's an unmistakable hint of affection every time she speaks. The cheerful praise is her playful, romantic way of making you feel cherished, of boosting your confidence, while silently saying, you're pretty awesome, and I want to be around you. The next time she tosses a compliment your way, take a moment to appreciate it. Those thoughtful, in reaching out words, they her way of connecting, creating a bond, and letting you know just how special you are in her eyes. Stay tuned. Those compliments might just be the start of something beautiful. I'm reaching out. Ever notice she's the one lighting up your phone first? Whether it's a random, hey, guess what happened today, or her sending you a hilarious meme at just the right time. These small gestures aren't random. She's not just scrolling through her feet out of boredom. Those little notifications are her way of keeping the connection alive and vibrant. When she reaches out first, it's her playful way of nudging you and saying, you're on my mind. Every message she sends, no matter how simple it seems, carries a deeper meaning. That story about her day, it's her way of including you in her world. The meme she shared is a subtle attempt to make you laugh and keep the spark you to share a light. But it's not just about the words on the screen. It's the timing, the thoughtfulness, the fact that she chose to reach out to you. She wants to know you're there to create moments of connection, even virtually. It's sweet, romantic, and intentional. She's essentially saying, I enjoy having you in my life, and I want to be part of yours too. The next time your phone lights up with her name, take a moment to appreciate it. These little acts of reaching out there, her heartfelt way of expressing interest, a quiet yet powerful deation that you're special to her. Don't miss the chance to respond, because in her eyes, every conversation is a step closer to you. 8 nervous twirls. Have you ever caught her twirling her hair while you're talking, or tapping her fingers nervously in your presence? These little fidgety moves might seem random, but they're far from it. They're her body's way of channeling all the excitement and nervous energy she feels around you. When a girl likes someone, it's like her emotions can't sit still, and those subtle gestures speak volume. Imagine this. She's twisting a strand of hair around her finger, her gaze flickering between you and the ground, where she's absent-mindedly playing with a necklace, her hands keeping busy as her thoughts focus entirely on you. These aren't just mindless habits. They're a playful and endearing sign that her heart is racing, and you're the reason why. Why even something as small as doodling on a napkin or tapping a pen is an accidental. It's like her energy bubbles over, and she needs a way to feel grounded while being near you. Her body lang is quietly whispering, "You've got me flustered, but I like it." These nervous twirls and little fidgets are her way of expressing interest. Without saying it outright, they're filled with charm, vulnerability, and a hint of intrigue. The next time you see her fidgeting like that around, you know this. It's her silent, sweetly awkward way of showing just how much she's drawn to. You pay attention because those gestures are more than movements there, her heart reaching out to yours. 7. Teasing banter. Have you ever been deep in conversation with her when she suddenly throws out a playful tease or cheeky remark? It's not just random, it's her secret weapon in the game of flirting. Teasing banter is her way of keeping the conversation lively, fun, and charged with just enough energy to make you wonder, is this more than just talking? Think about those witty comebacks that leave you laughing, or the adorable nickname she's invented just for you. Maybe she rolls her eyes and playfully mocks your favorite hobby, or teases you about the way you always order the same coffee. Whatever it is, there's a sparkle in her tone, a hidden grin that says, "I'm having fun with you, and I want you to notice me." Banter is her way of testing the waters, of seeing how you'll react when she stirs the pot in the best possible way. It's light-hearted, it's engaging, and above all, it's personal. The more playful the teasing, the more comfort and connection she likely feels with you. It's her way of dancing around her feelings, dropping hints without making things too obvious. When the banter flows, lean into it. Match her wit, tease her back, but keep it sweet. And watch as the spark between you grows stronger. Those playful remarks, they're not just jokes. They're little breadcrumbs leading you to the heart of her interest. Teasing banter is where the magic of a budding romance often begins. 6. Alice, have you noticed that when you're talking, she's not just listening, she's really listening? Even if you're telling her about something as ordinary as your favorite pizza topping or a random anecdote from your day, she's tuned in, fully engaged, hanging on to each word you say. This kind of undivided attention is no coincidence. It's her way of showing that you matter her, and that even the little things you share are worth her time when a girl likes you. She takes genuine interest in not just what you're saying, but how you say it. Watch for those subtle cues. She might not along give a soft smile or even tilt her head just slightly, as if she's absorbing more than just your words. She's not just being polite. She's opening a window to her heart and making a statement that says, "You've got me captivated." This isn't just casual listening, it's intentional and meaningful. By giving you her full attention, she's telling you without words that she values your thoughts and wants to know more about what makes you unique. Every time she leans closer during the conversation, every thoughtful question she asks, it's her quiet way of saying, "I want to understand you better." When you realize you're the center of her focus. Like this, take a moment to appreciate it. This kind of attentiveness, close encounters, is rare and sincere. If she's all ears for you, it's her heart's way of expressing, "I care about you deeply, even in silence." 5. Close encounters. Have you noticed her stepping into your personal space more often? Maybe she's leaning in during a conversation, rushing past you with just a bit more intention, or sitting closer than usual when there's plenty of room around. Trust me, this is no accident. Her closeness is a beautiful, subtle way of saying, I feel comfortable with you and I want to be near you. When a girl likes you, she uses proximity as her secret language of connection. Picture this: she leans in slightly as you're talking, like she's drawn closer by some invisible force. Or maybe she finds excuses to sit beside you, squeezing into shared spaces that make your hearts feel just a little more aligned. It's her subtle way of testing the waters, quietly closing the distance to see if you notice her better. Yet if she feels it's mutual, this isn't just ordinary closeness, it's magnetic. By stepping into your orbit, she's letting you know that she feels safe and genuinely enjoys being in your presence. And every time she chooses to stand just a little closer, she's creating a bond, a sense of intimacy that says, I feel connected to you in ways I can't quite put into words. The next time she casually invades your personal space, pay attention, chances are. It's her charmingly bold way of showing she's drawn to you like a planet pulled irresistibly into your gravitational field. 4 after hangout texts. Have you noticed that? After a meetup, whether it's a casual coffee, a group hangout, or even a quick chat at work, your phone lights up with a text from her. Something like that was so much fun. Or we should totally do that again soon. These messages may seem simple on the surface, but trust me, they're anything but. This is her gentle way of keeping the connection alive even after the moment has passed. After hangout, texts are like little romantic breadcrumbs, leading you back to shared laughter, meaningful, calm conversations and hints of something deeper. She isn't just being polite, it's her way of extending the magic beyond the time you've spent together. By sending that text, she's telling you, I enjoy being around you and I'd love more moments like this. Think about it. Out of everyone she could message, it's you she's choosing to reach out to. She's reminiscing about your time together, reliving the smiles and warm vibes in her mind, and she wants to see if you're on the same page. Even a small follow-up like, hope you got home safe, carries an underlying sweetness. It's her way of showing care and planting the seed for your next interaction. When you get one of these texts, don't overlook it. Reply, engage, and show her you're just as interested. These little afterthoughts are her way of saying, I'm thinking about you. And if she's doing that, she's clearly hoping for more moments with you. 3 fun chats. Have you ever started a conversation with her about something as ordinary as the weather, only for it to take a sudden, exciting twist before you know it? You're laughing about quirky childhood memories or dreaming up outrageous what if scenarios. That conversation shift. It's not by chance. It's her playful way of saying, hey, I love talking to you, and I want this moment to be something we both remember. A girl who's genuinely interested in you will often steer even the most mundane topics into vibrant, fun-filled exchanges. It's like she sprinkles a bit of her magic into every interaction, turning dull moments into something that lifts your spirits. Whether it's cracking jokes, sharing hilarious stories, or finding joy in the little things, she's making a real effort to create a connection that feels light-hearted and energetic. These fun chats go beyond cracking jokes. They're her way of showing that she enjoys who you are and wants to get closer. If she's firing witty comebacks, laughing at your puns, or playfully challenging you to ridiculous debates, she's not just looking for a good conversation, she's looking for you to be a bright part of her day. When the tone of a conversation changes from bland to lively, take a moment to appreciate it. She's putting in the effort to turn a simple chat into an adventure. And she wouldn't do that if she wasn't thoroughly enjoying your presence. If the playful detours are plenty, you've definitely caught her attention in her heart. 1 minty hints. Have you ever noticed her subtly reaching for a stick of gum or a mint right before she starts talking to you? At first glance, it might seem like no big deal, just a quick refresh, but here's the secret. There's often more to this innocent gesture than meets the eye when a girl likes you. Even the smallest details carry meaning, and her quest for minty freshness, it's a soft, almost magical whisper of her. her intentions, think about it. She's making sure she's prepared for an up-close and personal moment, even if she's not ready to say it out loud. It's like her way of anticipating that the conversation between you might need to draw her closer to you both physically and emotionally. That gentle whiff of spearmint or peppermint isn't just about etiquette. It's her subconscious way of saying, I want you to notice me. I'm ready to connect. This isn't just about breath. It's about presentation, about thoughtfulness. She's paying attention to the details because she's invested in how she comes across to you. Maybe she's dreaming of leaning in during a particularly funny joke, or even imagining a moment where your worlds feel just a little more intertwined. The next time you catch that delightful minty breeze floating your way, don't dismiss it. That fresh, crisp scent might just the sweetest, most subtle signal she's giving you to say, I'm here for this, for us, and ready for what comes next. Romantic, absolutely deliberate without a doubt.